company from Springboro, Jeff and Jason.
Really?
The new guys on the block.
Okay.
We're putting out some great juice.
That's what I've heard.
Oh, it's phenomenal.
Okay.
Okay, and local guys doing local stuff. Great beer.
We're going to find out why they have a crooked handle.
We're gonna find out everything.
All right. So when we come back from the break, the guys are going to be down here, and you're going to learn a little bit about crooked handle too. So stay tuned for more Beer, Wine, and Spirits.
How's it go, bastard? I was outside Atlanta with our horses lightly packed. Had a Winchester in my saddle and a shotgun on my back. 44 was strapped here to my thigh. Had my Bowie in its sheath. There was murder in our eyes. We were riding like the wind. We were riding like the wind. Well, I rode with Bill.
All right, we're back with Beer, Wine, and Spirits, and the guys from the Crooked Handle. All right, guys, introduce yourselves.
Jeff Pedro, I'm the CEO.
Jason Moore, I'm the brewmaster.
All right, so to start off, man, what started this whole thing? Where did the Crooked Handle begin?
Well, it's kind of a simple process, really, but it started with two guys in a garage at a horse farm, brewing beer with a turkey fryer, a 5-gallon pot, and a bunch of acre coolers.
That sounds pretty good. Actually, I've had some stuff like that before.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely.
And that's the way a lot of people got started.
It is, for sure. Now, when did this start? I mean, how long ago are we talking?
My brother-in-law got me into all grain brewing almost 8 years ago now.
Okay.
He's been a Colorado, just moved out there 15 years ago.
Right.
The bite. Got the bite, yeah, the bug, man. He's a great brewery in Colorado there. Where
They are.
He lives in Fort Collins, and he got into home brewing himself. And on a trip back in, he told me to go buy a bunch of stuff, and we're going to start this thing up.
So how much product did you make the very first time?
5 gallons.
5 gallons. Now, was this friends that drank this, or or was this just you guys in the basement?
We had enough for a few friends to try. It was drinkable. We put it that way.
So now, what did you produce? Did you produce was it a Pilsner or an IPA? Or what?
First beer was a Saison.
Now, for people who don't know what we're talking about, what does that mean?
It's a farmhouse style, so we use a Belgian yeast. We have some coriander in this and some orange peel. We get a lot of banana clove flavors coming through.
Now, this was your first batch?
It wasn't my first batch.
That's kind of fancy for a first batch,
it was
man.
fun. It was fun. My brother-in-law being a big fan of New Belgium and some of the beers in Fort Collins, that was one of his natural favorite beers to brew. So
Right.
we used his recipe and fired one away.
Okay, so how did we go from, boy, that was good,
We went from boy that was okay to about 500 batches later to now we got something that we think
Did
we
it
can
take
make
that
sell.
much? I mean,
That's a little bit of an exaggeration,
Right.
but it was good. I mean, we chipped away at it. That Saison, I probably brewed it hundreds of times.
Right.
Over the years.
now was this perfecting, or was it pretty good right from that point?
It was decent. I mean,
Right.
perfecting. Every batch is perfection.
Well, I mean, it didn't happen often. I mean, we didn't dump a whole lot of it. We definitely drank everything we made just to learn what not to do the next time. Right?
Exactly.
So, I mean, yeah, it was a learning experience.
Okay. Was there a lot of stuff that you guys have used since then from experience? I mean, was there ones that you didn't think were good then that you brought back out and kind of redefined?
Well, I'll tell you, we had one that was amazing on a homebrew system, and we tried to scale it up in a 3-barrel. We took it out.
Exactly.
So it went the other way for us on that particular beer, but we have since then we got it back.
I've had some buddies who do the little bitty super micro stuff, and sometimes it doesn't scale up. We went for a tour down there, and we looked around, and he had some really cool equipment.
You didn't tell him.
No.
Well, he's got a 3-barrel system. How many fermenters do you have?
4 fermenters. We have 3 3-barrel fermenters and 1 7-barrel fermenter.
Nice.
So we're double batch.
So you got some headroom in there and get some
Yeah.
high gravity beers.
Yeah, exactly.
Good.
Yeah. Our brew house itself is a 4.5-barrel system, so we can do 3 barrels, a little higher gravity, so we're a little oversized on this stuff.
Now, and you know exactly what they're talking. See, he's my beer expert. See, I drink beer. That's what I bring to the table. I drink the beer. Dave knows about it.
That's the fun part.
Everybody learns every day. It's a learning process for you and your new equipment and what you're trying and just being acclimated and how we learn. And everybody's learning and getting different people to taste the brews, different opinions, and we alter all the time.
Yeah, every batch is an evolution.
So as we show the people the equipment you guys have down there, what are they going to see down there? What did we see when we came down there?
Lots of stainless.
A lot of stainless. It's mostly stainless stuff. You know.
And that is a beer making system. There's no rules about it. I mean, we purchased that specifically to make beer, where some of the other local breweries they fought around with trying to repurpose some other equipment.
Right.
And they're doing a good job now. But took a all dialed in, and I think that's why we've been lucky to this point to where 3 months open, and we're making good beer that people in the market are really saying that these guys got some good beer.
Man, I'll tell you what. I went down there to shoot the back footage, and he said, "Well, try this." And it was called Brecky. Oh my God, I have been telling people about it ever since. Okay, crisp, wonderful, kind of light. Would have been perfect with. It's a hamburger beer. Okay, and I was very impressed. Very
English mile fish and chips for an English mile.
Really?
Absolutely.
Okay, all right, that's good. All right, so we're going to go to break. Yeah, we're going to go to break, and when we come back, we're going to taste some of this wonderful beer. So stay tuned for more Beer, Wine, Spirits, and the guys from the Crooked Handle. Welcome back to Beer, Wine, Spirits. Now we're going to taste some of the Crooked Handle beer. Guys, what are we going to be tasting?
Well, the first one is kind of one of our staples. It's our Burrow Blonde.
Okay.
It's a blonde style ale, very light, crisp. Pair it with just about anything, but it's the easiest drinking beer that we make for sure.
Now what goes in this one?
This one is a Willamette hop-based, two-row, a little bit of crystal. It's a pretty basic recipe.
Right.
We add just a little bit of a citrus hop in there to give it a little something extra. This one comes in at about 4.7%, I believe.
Really?
Yeah, pretty low.
So not terribly strong. So would that be considered like a dinner beer? Is this something I would pair with food, you think?
Something you can drink all day long.
Okay, wonderful.
Is that lawnmower beer?
It's lawnmower beer.
So you can have more than one.
Right.
You can enjoy
Exactly.
this, eat a little something, and still be able to drive a little bit after a short
Absolutely.
period.
Yeah. Now,
Sorry, I'm being rude. I just
no.
can't.
You're
can't
good. You're
not
good.
go right after.
But there is kind of like a citrusy,
Just a touch.
just a touch, yeah.
So this was one of the first beers that we ever brewed as well. We said we started with the Saison. The Blonde, it was one of those things I went to Jason
Nice
after
and
we
sweet.
started brewing
Very
those,
crisp.
that big, robust beer, and I said, you know what? I mean, at that point there was like fruit and beer and a bunch of weird stuff. I'm like, you know what, Jason? Let's just brew something that is simple. Just beer, no funny
Beer.
business. Water, grain, hops, yeast. So the original name of this beer was actually Wig High for water, grain, hops, yeast, because we wanted just beer, no funny stuff.
Right.
And I can tell you from the beginning, we probably brewed this more than anything. I mean, I
Really?
made him brew it because it was one of those things, we'd make this beer and give it to friends, or we'd have 5 gallons on a Friday night and we'd be out by Saturday afternoon. It's wonderful.
It's wonderful. And it's got a really nice color. I mean, above and beyond the wonderful taste.
It's got a nice malt, full mouth,
Yeah.
but still light, not heavy.
Yeah, yeah.
The hops on it are very subtle.
Right.
That's a very good session beer.
It's a long drinking beer.
That's what
right
we were
here.
going for.
Yep, you got it.
Most of our beers are in that 4.5% to 6% range. For that reason, we like people to come in and try more than one and be able to walk out when they leave. We do, of course, have some bigger ABV beers for the guys that are chasing that. But most of the beers you'll find at Crooked Handle are in that sessionable range. And this is one of them.
The industry is going to go like this because people want that big ABV or that big malt grain bill. And then the people that are just still transitioning into it, you still have to have something for them. And now this proves that the newer breweries, which are multiplying like flies,
Yeah.
are just coming up, and this is going to be more appealing to women, more
Yeah.
appealing to that Bud Light drinker, more appealing to the people that want to be able to sit on their back porch and kill a six-pack.
Exactly.
It's a good
Or a growler.
fishing beer.
Yeah, there we go.
It's a good fishing beer.
I like it.
All right.
This is good. I like it.
So if I was going to pair that with food, what would I pair it with? If
Anything.
anything? I mean, or you think is that screams? I think maybe corn on the cob and hot dogs.
That's good. Yeah.
That's
like
what it
that.
screams. You know?
Ballpark.
Yeah. Okay.
Foot long and a coney.
So what's next?
Next, we have our Matchstick Amber. This is a little more malt forward than the blonde. This one has some golding hops, and this one comes in around 6%.
Thank you.
Can't leave me out.
No.
So sorry.
I say by far the Amber is our fastest seller right now. We've brewed it the most. This is of the limited distribution that we've been doing. The Amber is the one that people are asking for.
Now, I immediately see that is a little bit more of a real beer.
So you've got some tap handles around town.
A couple.
Yeah, we have a few. Obviously, at a 3-barrel system, we're limited on distribution. We have plans. I already put a down payment on an additional 7-barrel fermenter for our double batching, and that will probably go strictly for distribution. So
Nice.
Really?
that's the plan right now.
Are you planning on working it south or north, or where we trying to
Anywhere
go?
is good.
Anywhere is
Any
good.
open
Anybody that'll
tap,
have us.
because
Okay.
the norm is flipping taps and making sure that you're balanced with all the different selections, local, regional. But if you get a tap handle, you want to hang on to it, but people don't.
Right.
They don't do that
Right.
at this point.
Okay,
Knowing
so-
that what your market is and just getting it past their lips is the name of the game.
Absolutely.
No citrus there. Maybe, I don't know, kind of,
You've got some.
what am I smelling there? What is that? Oh, wow.
Toasted caramel. Get some of that good
Caramel
stuff that
malt.
comes through. Yep.
Little nuttiness.
A little nut, that's what I was smelling. Very good, guys. Now, what's this one called?
This is the Matchstick Amber Ale.
Matchstick, and this is a popular one?
Very popular.
I can see why this is a popular one. This is a good one.
Has a little more body.
That's a real beer.
And
Now, nothing
it's
against
still
this.
light.
Nothing against this one.
It's still
That's
very
crisp.
quaffable.
That's lawnmower beer. That?
But this
That's
is
come home beer.
This is much more
Yeah,
complex,
yeah.
than the first.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're going to go, everybody should. If they do a flight, they start with something light and graduate up, and
Yeah.
then go back. And this right here is very, very pleasant. You can eat many things with that.
What's the alcohol content on that one?
This is 6%.
Okay, so that's real beer.
A little bit more, yep.
Okay.
Some heat
All right,
to it.
it's got some heat to it.
Get a little.
If I could say that the couple places we've distributed to, and they've run through, 6 barrels in just a matter of a couple days, and you're saying, again, we've only been open for 3 months, so the
Nice.
fact that people come in not knowing what to expect, not knowing Crooked Handle, and saying, let me try it, and then still to run through 42 beers in a couple of days,
We want people to be talking about your
Yeah.
beer.
Yes.
We
Yeah.
want people to be able to expose it to the person next to them. Say, here, try this, or here, why don't you try this?
Yeah.
And that's the brotherhood of tasting and of brewing.
Are you guys doing any events this summer? I mean, is there anywhere besides your main location that we could go out
Well, they're
and
going to
find?
be at Big Brews and Blues
Yep.
at
Oh.
Riverscape for Diabetes Dayton on the 21st of
Really?
May.
Oh, well, that's a
Absolutely.
good one. Now, is that on your website?
Yes, it is, yeah.
Okay, so we might as well take this opportunity to throw the social media stuff in there.
Okay.
Where can we find you at all over the web?
We're everywhere all over the web. Our webpage is chbeer.com, and all the social media links are on there. We're all over Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Our
Okay.
webpage has full list of all the current beers up to date through beer menus. There's a calendar of events. So
And all your events are on there, so if we go to your Facebook page, your website, we're going to find out.
Yep.
Everything
All right.
going on is on there.
All right.
For sure.
So what are we going? What would we stick with this one? I'm thinking red meat, maybe. Steak.
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
That feels like a steak beer to me.
Many beers are personal preference.
Right.
You can have a stout with fish if you want.
Yeah.
porter. You can have something saison with fish. I mean,
But usually that heavier beer, I like a red meat with. You know that feels like steak fries and a steak right there. You know,
nice heavy spiciness in your
it does.
flavorful food.
Yeah. Maybe even Mexican. That could even kind of go at a Mexican spot.
Well, we'll find out when we taste
some
of Boston.
So what's next?
The last one's going to be, I have to say, it's probably our close second bestseller. It's our and most eclectic beer that we make, our peanut butter porter.
Peanut butter porter.
Yeah, we get the same skepticism from other folks that come in and say, I like beer, I like peanut butter. I don't know if I like peanut butter.
I love peanut butter, but I can't imagine putting peanut butter into our beer.
I can tell you, it's
Find out.
yeah, you got it.
Now, is it something that you guys make a lot of?
We can't make it fast enough.
Really?
We have people that call the brewery to find out if this beer's on before they even come up and see us.
Yeah.
Really?
So
So now, how long have you been making that one then?
This one not as long. Maybe a couple years on this one between homebrewing and now switching over to the brewery.
Oh, wow. Now that one's got some real color to it.
Yeah, chocolate malts, absolutely.
Lots of chocolate.
Wowzers.
Nose full of peanut butter.
But now the wow, the head doesn't seem really thick on it, which is good. I was expecting something even more malty.
Nose full of peanut butter.
Isn't that nice? That's breakfast beer.
You know, you've got a lot. You got a very rich head. You know, I'm trying to disturb it a little bit because you get a little bit of that air out of the glass.
Oh, I see.
You find out how much carbonation you have in it, and once that carbonation's out, the sourness from that carbonation, now you're going to taste that peanut butter. You're going to taste that roasted malt.
Oh my
The
goodness.
sweetness that comes from either one.
Oh, that's good. This is stupid good.
Yeah.
That's good.
What kind of candy bar is this?
Yeah.
That's
Good question.
yeah. I don't want to pay any royalties, so don't say anything.
Oh, that's so nice.
Well, that's delicious.
So now, is that one that you should actually call you guys to make sure that it's available?
We're trying to keep it on as much as possible. We're almost out of it now. That's why we only brought a howler.
Right.
But we're going to brew it again real soon. I've got the grain bill sitting there on the floor, and it's hard to keep in. People get.
I bet. Oh man. Well, I mean,
3 barrels before I can ferment 3 barrels.
now my wife does not drink a lot of beer. I could set that one down in front of her though, and she would finish it off. Yeah.
Well, that would go well with some of her candies.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Rhonda's homemade candies, by the way.
Well, Rhonda does a very good job with her candies, but I think that people can take something like this and actually have a dessert with this.
Oh, you could.
And any type of creme brulee or a nice, sweet,
Chocolate
rich
cake.
chocolate.
Imagine chocolate cake and peanut butter beer.
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
Would go well with this.
Yeah. I'm impressed with that one. Okay, so wonderfully crisp, nice, full-bodied. Drink probably more of this one than this one, but that one, that's a gift.
That's a dessert beer.
That's a dessert
That's a finisher right there.
That's a finisher.
With a Maduro cigar.
Oh, yeah,
sitting on the back porch.
Oh, yes, life is good. Life is good. I like that one.
This is our roadside peanut butter porter. Whenever you're in looking for it. We named
Roadside peanut butter porter.
We named it
All
after
right.
a rescue dog that my wife and I found on the side of the road.
Really?
Good.
Yeah. So it's
real good.
His picture's right there on the board on the chalkboard wall next to the beer, and you might even see him running around in there day to day.
Very good.
The meaning of the beer, the meaning and the story, it's your extension of your personalities, and everything that you are in through your beers, as I would do for food, you do with beer, and there should be a good
Isn't that
story
odd
behind
the
it.
way that works? That you guys can really express your personalities through your brewing.
It's a passion.
Yeah, it is. It is.
So individualized with all the breweries that are popping up all over the United States, that this is the fascinating part of it. It's the luxury of knowing that they're an extension of their personalities.
Well, you, as my wife always says with her candy and stuff, you can feel the love.
Oh, there's love in this.
You can feel the love right there. It's just like, oh my God. Well, now you know what's going to happen next. We're going to go to break. When we come back from break, Dave, what are you hooking us up with?
Well, we have our Magyar sampler. It's Hungarian-based, It's a Hungarian Kolbas, a smoked Hungarian sausage that I make. Smoked Gouda.
Right.
We have Hungarian peppers. We also have a chicken that we marinate in a porter and an IPA or a stout, depending on what I have on tap. And then we have three different sauces. We have a honey mustard. We have a raspberry chipotle. And then one of the sauces is our sauce that we put under the Hungarian Kolbas, which is horseradish, brown mustard, and marinara.
Ooh.
And then the Attila, it's a creme. We have Attila the Hun sauce, which is a very
Attila
unique.
the Hun sauce.
Hey,
it's
it's on Mudguard.
That's
so
right.
I'm going to do it that way.
All right.
It's got a little bit of kick.
All right, Dave. You got any events coming up down here?
Well, what are we doing here?
Or have we got something coming up?
You know, I'm just
Okay.
going a blank.
I
right
was just
now.
making sure because some of the finest food in Dayton. Boss's Bistro and Pub. We always thank Dave for hosting Spirits. On tonight's show, we've had the guys from Crooked Handle and some wonderful beers. All right, name these off for me. What was this one?
Bro Blom,
Roll on.
Matchstick Amber Ale, Proby's Peanut Butter Porter.
Man, I would never remember those.
I thought I did.
Yeah, I would never remember that. All right. So, Dave, we've got some food here to pair with.
Well,
What are we pairing?
Because we have a variety of beer here,
Right.
and of course it's always personal. We have my Hungarian Kolbas, a smoked Hungarian sausage, very authentic Magyar.
Right.
We have chicken. It's a chicken breast marinated, and today it was a stout and an IPA.
Right.
And we don't tell the names because it doesn't matter, because we always try to make sure that it's marinated for 2 days that way.
Right.
Then we have our ciabatta bread that has Asiago cheese baked in it.
I
All
love
of
the
our
bread.
appetizers. Smoked Gouda. We have
Now,
Hungarian.
is this the same like your Mudgar bread? Is it?
It's a Magyar bread.
It's a Mudgar bread.
You get it.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
That's what I'm
and then
thinking.
we
Yeah.
have our Hungarian peppers, Kalamata olives, but then we have our Chipotle creme. It's a mixture of cheeses and creams with our marinated chicken and our Attila Hun sauce. And so you've got a little bit of heat. And then the sauces, the Chipotle raspberry, the honey mustard, and then the
Chipotle
Magyar
raspberry.
Kolbas.
Do you make that? Is that like in-house stuff or something?
No, that right there I get out of Texas.
Do you?
It's a phenomenal story,
Okay.
but we'll talk about that.
We'll talk
later.
about that later.
And then this other is a horseradish brown mustard marinara, and we put that on the Magyar Kolbas.
Now, which one is that out of the three here? Is that the one on the end?
It's the one on the end.
The one on the end? Okay, so
Okay,
that would
so-
probably be good with the smoked sausage.
You know, if you want to try something light first with this,
Right.
I think that the smoked Gouda, with the pale ale,
With the pale ale?
is a nice start.
Right,
and then,
right.
And then it's personal preference. You guys taste it. You tell me what you think and how you would match it up as well.
Well, let's see. Let's try some of your cheese here. Cheese is good.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I like cheese. So, well, that's smoked. That's nice.
Thank you.
Now, do I get all this on a sampler plate or something? What's
This is called the Magyar Sampler. The only thing we have the Chipotle creme is by itself. You
Right.
can get it with or without chicken, with or without the Attila sauce.
okay?
But
Real good.
I'm thinking that with that smokeness, and
That's why I went the light one.
Blonde, yeah, it really comes out great.
it's very good. Now, this changes this beer. This beer is smoother and comes out a lot better flavor with it. I really like this.
That's the first one, right?
Right.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I'm gonna be coming down to get some anyway. But I'll tell you what, that peanut butter one, I'm taking that home to Rhonda.
Yeah.
She makes a peanut butter, a beer brittle.
Oh boy.
Yeah. And I know that would go wonderful in her beer brittle. Yeah.
Dead on.
Dead on, exactly. Because then you would have the peanuts backed up by the peanut butter. Yeah. So you're looking for distributors also? Are you trying to get it out into the big market? Are you trying to get out of Ohio?
At some point, yeah, sure. I mean, we'd love to. Right now, we're trying to focus on, maybe 10 or 15 miles around Springboro. We want to get our beer out to people that maybe aren't on Facebook.
Right.
and try out the beer, and then hey, come down to the brewery and see what we're about.
It's all good. It's all good.
We're limited, of course, with the 3-barrel distribution-wise, but the new fermenter is going to help with that quite a bit, and then we'll start pushing that into some farther markets.
All right. So where are you located at?
We are in the same shopping center as Dorothy Lane Market in Springboro, at the Marketplace at Settlers Walk.
If you're looking at Dorothy Lane Market, it's a left turn.
Take a left. We're the only one on the left side with a patio out front. We're between BW3s and cookwares there on the corner.
All right. So you've got some events coming up. All that's on the website.
Yep.
I told you about these guys, right?
Yeah, and they're talking around town.
Yeah.
So when you see other people posting it on Facebook, and they're talking about, what type of liquid they're putting out for being a small batch,
Yeah.
nobody wants to grow too fast.
No.
And
No.
they're going to be solid. And as everybody that's been there before you guys, there's room for you because it's about the beer, it's about the passion, it's about you being part of the community, your local guys. You can't go wrong when you have good liquid like this.
And then just a reminder, y'all grew up around town.
Yeah,
You didn't come from out of town and create this stuff.
No, I mean, all locals, yeah. 2 are Springboro, so there's 4 owners total. 2 are Springboro natives. I actually grew up in Kettering, and Jason grew up in Fairfield.
Okay.
We're all pretty local guys.
Man, thank you guys so much for bringing this wonderful beer down to us. As you know, we couldn't make it without wonderful people like this coming on the show to let us taste your stuff. Or Dave letting us come down here and film the show.
Thank you.
So thank you for watching Beer, Wine, Spirits. And remember to go down and check out the Crooked Handle and to come down to Dave's and try some of this wonderful food. Thanks so much for watching the show tonight. Drink responsibly and keep watching Beer, Wine, Spirits.